As with every project, we start by generating an SRT file. Here we're using Premiere Pro, but we can also work with Vinci Resolve or Final Cut Pro. Our subtitles are now exported. Let's go into After Effects. We're going to open up several types of mographs to learn how to manipulate them. It is important to know that there are two types of mograph: those generated by After Effects and those generated by Premiere Pro. After Effects can't open the ones generated by Premiere Pro, and there's no way to know of that until I try. So be careful if you have to buy mographs. Ask beforehand if they can be opened with After Effects. Here's an error message if you try to open an unsupported file. Let's start with a simple mograph that I've prepared. I open it through the menu. He asks me to save it in After Effects format, which I do. Once opened, I find in my Essential Graphics window all the settings that I can modify. Here they are simple. I can change the text as some colors. Let's open up Motion Subtitle Maker. I click on Refresh. I'm getting a message that my template folder is empty. By clicking on Refresh, if there was no templates folder in my project, he created one. All I have to do is slip in the composition of my mograph and refresh the list. Once refreshed, my composition appears, as well as the text layer. All I have to do is choose my frame rate, import my SRT file, apply my subtitle to the text layer, and generate all my compositions before clicking Render. Once rendering is complete, all I have to do now is import it back into Premiere as seen in the previous tutorial. I import the XML, drag the generated timeline into the viewer, and edit it in my sequence. Now let's open up a mograph a little bit more complicated. I found it on this site. I'll put the link in the description if you want to use it. I proceed as before. When I open it, I start by saving it in After Effects format. Then in the Essential Graphic window, I see that there are a lot of settings. I can change the size, the color, the font, which I do. Then I see that there are two text fields. This is the second one that I need to change. So I start by opening up Motion Subtitle Maker to see what pops up in the menu. Like it's a new project when I refreshed my list. I'm getting an alert that my templates folder is empty. So I slip in my Compost Ion and refresh my list. Now in my available text layer list, the two text layers of the mograph composition appear. Here, they are well identified. But that's not always the case. To identify them, go back to the Essential Graphics panel. Then right-click on the text you want to identify and select Reveal in Timeline. You can now press Enter and change its name. Do the same for the next one. When I refresh my list, the new names appear. All I have to do is choose my frame rate, import my SRT file, assign one of my subtitles to a text layer, and start generating my compositions before rendering them. It's as simple as that. You know the rest.